How's it going, everyone? This is Fawn's Iron, back with another video, and today we are going to be doing my first versus head-to-head matchup. We have 1992 Kevin Levrone versus 1993 Flex Wheeler, who some claim to have the perfect physique, the greatest physique ever achieved by man. But I think that Kevin will be able to do battle with this version of Flex. Similar sizes, similar structures, same era, so let's get right into it. Starting off with the front double, it becomes pretty clear who has the size advantage, at least in most of these shots. Flex, he dominates Kevin in the limbs, especially this earlier and lighter version of Kevin. He has better sweep, he has better forearms, bigger bicep peaks. His lats are more exaggerated with the flare, tighter midsection, and it's more streamlined. And of course, Flex's quads are better. On paper, Kevin has all the tools and assets to make this pose a really strong shot for him. I don't know what it was about his physique, but even when he got bigger later on in his career, this pose was never really dominant for him. So this is going to Flex. Moving on to the front lat spread. Sizing is always difficult with photos, but I'm doing the best I can with the tools I have available to me. I think that this is a Kevin shot. Kevin's lat spreads, especially from the back, really just a 180 flip from his bicep shots. From the front, his wheels look bigger now and they're tighter together. Very good teardrop on him, and the quad sweep is more exaggerated. Midsection is tight. He just has smaller gaps in his physique. Despite Flex having the lower inserting lats, although it may not appear evident from this pose, because of his proportions, which help him in other shots, in this front lat spread, despite the big arms and, well, big lats, Kevin, who also has big arms but not as big lats, he has the smaller gaps between his forearms and his torso and his lats versus Flex. Kevin is broader up top, and that's just a structural advantage. I'm giving this shot to Kevin. Moving on to the side chest, I'd say that this is Flex's most underrated pose. He's dense, he's huge, everything is streamlined. Kevin, of course, has arguably the greatest side chest of all time. The thing that I don't like about this version of his side chest is he's hiking his rear shoulder up too high. Apart from that, Kevin is practically flawless. Now, it could just be the lighting, but Kevin is showing more detail. I do believe that he was more conditioned than Flex. Kevin is showing more detail. Razor sharp obliques, chest striations, delt striations on the far delt. His arms are huge. This shot is really close. I'm leaning a little bit more towards Kevin. Moving on to the back double biceps. This is clearly a Flex shot. Kevin's back, not that thick earlier on in his career. His delts are huge. The arms are huge. The hamstrings are much more conditioned than Flex. But come on, guys. The back double biceps. I mean, Flex has the far superior back in this shot. His delts are matching Kevin's almost. And his arms, they're just better. Flex is taking this pose easy. Moving on to the back lat spread. Now, this is what I was talking about. Look at how Kevin's back has just changed. Problem with Flex in this shot, as you guys can obviously see, is he's asymmetrical. And this also further exposes his narrowness. But Kevin, he's as wide as a barn door, as Tominator would say. But this is an easy shot for Kevin. Next up, we have the side tricep. And these are two distinct approaches to hitting this shot. Flex is hitting it in a more artistic manner. He's nailing it. His arms are huge. The delts look good. Washboard abs, really flat stomach. The chest looks good. The legs are massive. Everything is good in this shot. Then we go to Kevin, and this is a more traditional execution of the shot. Kevin just looks flawless. The tricep is huge. The delt is perfect. Razor sharp obliques. It's really close in this shot, and it could go either way. So I honestly can't choose. I think that this might be a tie, but I'm leaning a little bit more towards Flex. Moving on, we have the ab and thigh, and we're almost done here. Flex is the greatest ab and thigh of all time, but some of you may be surprised looking at Kevin. He's putting up a decent fight. Now, don't get me wrong. This is obviously a Flex win. Flex's quads are better. He has the better abs. The main thing that Kevin's beating him on is the taper. Now, even if Flex was facing more towards the camera, Flex's lats wouldn't flare out as much in this shot. Since Flex has smaller clavicles, he's not going to have as much taper. Flex takes this shot pretty easily. And to wrap it up here, we have the most muscular. Now, there are a few shots I could have gone with. I could have compared a crab from both of them, but I couldn't find any good crab shots in high quality or high enough quality for the videos that I make for Kevin. Some of the shots for Flex were really, really hard to find. But this is what I went with. This quality shot of a hands clasped from Flex. really close. I think this is the closest shot of this entire comparison. They each have their own strengths. Now, Flex's arms are bigger. Kevin's are more streamlined, though. Kevin's delts are very good. Flex's delts are even bigger. Kevin's chest is good, showing good striations, but Flex's chest is bigger. In terms of the midsection, in this shot, I actually prefer Kevin. His abs are a little bit smaller, but you can see more of his obliques, and like I keep saying, they're razor sharp. But I would definitely give it to Flex. Overall, just he's bigger, more bubbly, fuller, and the conditioning is very close. And that means that our winner for this comparison is 1993 Flex Wheeler. Now, there really wasn't any doubt going into this comparison. Could argue Flex has the greatest physique ever achieved by a man. Although you could say, 1999 Sean Ray, 2011 Phil Heath, if you want to throw that in there. But Flex's physique is statuesque. It's practically perfect and flawless in every way. Even though he is more narrow up top due to his small clavicles, Flex's delts are out of this world, so those offset it. Flex takes the dub over Kevin in this comparison. Kevin put up a decent fight, but Flex Wheeler is the winner. And that wraps it up. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any suggestions on any other video ideas, just comment them down below or DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is in the description. This is Fonz Iron, signing out.